Good morning. It's a great morning to have you right here on the newspaper review. I am Priye Krumale, and it's good to be back on the program. Stories making the headlines today in Nigerian newspapers spans through the front page of the Punch newspaper to Guardian and to the Vanguard newspaper. And of course, we have stories making the headlines also in the dailies at the foreign jurisdiction. But in Nigeria, bandit has exposed the SIM, the SIM and the NIN, the lapses with regards to registration of SIM cards, and that has generated a lot of trouble, not only for the government but also for Nigerians who are somewhat scared concerning their personal data for it not to get into the hands of criminals. But the government said it's on top of issues so that Nigerians should not exercise such fear. The International Human Rights Court had equally said that Nigeria and Kenya concerning the return and repatriation of Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria, that they did not actually overcome some of the laws that they were being charged that they flouted, and that is also in the front banner of the newspaper. In Borno State, the state of Mr. Zulum, we have it that bandits or ISWAP, the Islamic State of West Africa province, is declaring or is naming a governor in the state. Of course, Mr. Zulum, who is the governor of the state, says Nigerians should discard that it does not hold waters. We will be taking a look at these particular stories as we continue this morning. And let's go over to the story that talks about the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu's convoy that catches Lagos traffic robbers in operation. The story reads that the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu's convoy on Monday arrested a gang of suspected criminals who specialized in harassing motorists and road users in traffic. This was made known in a statement by the governor's chief press secretary, Benga Kosile. The statement reads that the gang of suspected criminals met their Waterloo on Monday while attempting to unleash terror on motorists around Ojota inbound area, and Alausa. Help, however, came for motorists as Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's convoy approached the scene to rescue him from the three machete-wielding criminals who were at the time trying to drag him out of his vehicle. Well, a lot of this particular story has been generating lots of response from social media platforms because there has been several clamoring for the Lagos State government and, of course, including the federal government to do something about highway robbers and those who go about taking people's belongings and traffic. And the Lagos State government actually had a first-hand experience in this particular situation. And now we're being joined by a public affairs analyst and media practitioner, Winifred Abasi. Good morning and welcome to the newspaper review. Good morning, Miss Winnie. Okay, I guess Miss Winifred will have to join us on the course of the review. Let's go to the next story making the rounds in the front page of the Punch newspaper. We take a look at Ohaneze denies meeting Malami. The minister claims a leader's visit. It reads that the Senate, no, not the Senate. Let's go to another story right here. It reads that the Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Igbo, has denied sending any legal team to meet with the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. The Special Assistant on Media and Public Relations to the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Jibrilu Gwandu, has said in a statement that the Ohaneze legal team met with Malami and indicated willingness to monitor the proceedings in the case of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. However, the President General Ohaneze, Professor George Obioza, who spoke to Newsmen telephone stated that the Igbo worldwide, led by him, did not send anyone to the federal government. We go to the next story that has to do with infrastructure development, road repairs. Senate rejects Works Ministry's fresh $434.7 million request. And in that picture, you can see the Minister of Works right in front of the caption there. The Senate on Monday turned down a fresh request from the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing seeking approval for projects already captured in the $434.7 million borrowing plan of the federal government. The borrowing plan had already been approved by the National Assembly last year. According to reports, the fund was meant to carry out emergency rehabilitation and maintenance of the federal roads in the country. The Ministry of State, Works and Housing, Abubakar Aliyu, appeared before the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debt seeking fresh approval of $434.7 million for the same project. But the chairman of the committee, Senator Clifford Odia, quickly responded that the said amount had been approved in the 2016 to 2018 borrowing plan by the National Assembly. You get more of that story from the Punch newspaper. Now let's take a look at stories making the rounds in the front page of the Guardian newspaper. President Muhammadu Buhari unveils Team Nigeria's official outfit and wants a repeat of 1996-2000 feat in performance. Still in the front page of the Guardian newspaper, tame graft to achieve Agenda 2063. Bawa charges African leaders. President Buhari appoints Eniede, head of Citizenship and Leadership Training Center. PDP asks court to unseat Matawale as Zamfara State Governor. Moving forward, Southwest governors demand 6 regions, council autonomy, and others. Buhari receives Ayade and Matawale as APC holds Congress come July 31st. Lagos Assembly urges Babajide Sanwo-Olu to equip Neighborhood Watch. Now let's take the stories one after the other. Buhari unveils Team Nigeria's official outfit, wants a repeat of 1996 and 2000 feat performance in the Olympics. President Muhammadu Buhari has charged Team Nigeria to replicate the performance of past Nigerian Olympians, noting that you stand on the shoulders of giants. Moving forward, he said, speaking officially, unveiling the Team Nigeria's outfit to the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, Buhari recalled the exploit of past Nigerian teams, telling the athletes, you will also carry with you the encouragement of great exploits of Nigerian Olympians before you. The president was represented by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, at the event, which also served as the send-forth ceremony for Team Nigeria. The event, which held at the presidential villa Abuja, also marked a formal handover of the continent to the Nigerian Olympic Committee. Now we take a look at the next story that has to do with foodstuff. Nigerians borrow to feed as food prices soar amid a stagnated income. In this particular story, I had a first-hand experience by going to the market myself and went through to price some groceries and some staple food stuff in the market, and I realized that the prices have skyrocketed 3 times. Gari pop, it's a staple food in Nigeria, and it's you can refer to it as cassava flakes or cassava meal. It used to be about 300 naira and 400 naira thereabout, but now it's 1,200 naira. You can get some for 1,000 naira. This has led to lots of complaints from Nigerians at the head of society. Little wonder we could see what made the rounds right here in the front page. One of the stories stories highlighted in the front page of the newspaper, Guardian newspaper. But before then, let's skip that stories and go to stories making the rounds on the foreign scene. We go to the Times UK. Thousands in hospital each day if the UK is hasty. Thousands in hospital each day if the UK is hasty. Ministers offer Tory rebels vote on foreign and aid spending. Still in the front page of the Times UK newspaper, tech giants told to hand over details of football racists. Still in the front page of the news, let's take some of the stories. It reads that hospital cases will soar if we rush to lift COVID-19 rules, says scientist. Up to 4,800 people a day could be admitted to hospital with COVID-19 if England pushes back to normalcy, government scientists said yesterday as Boris Johnson approved lifting the last remaining lockdown restrictions. And now we're being joined by Winifred Bassi, who is a public affairs analyst and a media practitioner. Good morning and welcome to the newspaper review. Good morning, Winifred. Okay, I think we have some challenge with the network right there. Let's move forward with the review. Hopefully, she will join us before we round up this morning. Let's go to the next story making the rounds in the front page of the Times newspaper. Ministers offer Tory rebels a vote on foreign aid spending. It reads that Britain's aid budget will be reinstated as soon as borrowing is brought under control. Ministers will pledge today in an attempt to see off Tory rebels. In a surprise move, members of parliament will be given a vote of a compromise that would resurrect the commitment to spend 0.7% of national income. It reads that the national income on overseas aid, the government sources suggested they had the numbers to reduce a rebellion of up to 50 Tories, including Theresa May, the former prime minister, who have demanded the aid budget be reinstated in full from next year. Okay, good morning, Winifred, and welcome to the newspaper review. Good morning, Winifred. I think we will need to move forward. I really hope you could join us this morning, but it seems it's possible. Let's move forward to stories making the rounds in the Washington Post newspaper. Judges presses Trump allied lawyers on 2020 election fraud claims. That is in the front page of the Washington Post newspaper. Taking a look at what we have there, it says that the United States District Court Judge Linda Parker said she would rule on the request to discipline the lawyers in coming weeks for filing a suit seeking to overturn Michigan's result. GOP's top lawyer called election fraud argument by Trump's lawyers a joke that could mislead millions. And that's how far we can go in the newspaper review this morning. Many apologies for not being able to have a conversation with our guest this morning. That's a result of the network failure. I will bring you an update during the news around the globe at 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. And that's it. I'm Oyin Priye Krumale. Let me take you back to tea or coffee to join Ade Igbo and the Mobalade. Good morning.